Oh, three-pointer.
It means a lot to me. I've been part of this event for 5 years now, and I look forward to it every year. But you know what? I get up once a year, and I've been asked to sit in a wheelchair and move around all day and do my work. That's just one day of the year. 365 days of the year, Canadians, tens of thousands of Canadians with spinal cord injury get up every morning and start the day. And many start the day alone. And the difficulty of simply moving around your home to moving to your work, it's a very difficult, arduous chore. And I think that it's important that all of us recognize and realize everybody matters in our society, and each year there are more accidents, unfortunately, and there are more people with spinal cord injury. So I think we've got to stop every once in a while, be an empathetic society and a caring society, and make sure that we pay attention to those who don't have the same abilities that we have. I hate the word disability because those who are in a wheelchair have the ability to do things we can't do, and they have great courage. And so each and every day as parliamentarians, we've got to make sure that others understand the history from a car accident, from a skiing accident, you name it. These unfortunate things happen. Well, I'm a pretty short politician, and this is getting ridiculous because I am now sitting in a chair. But it didn't matter today because guess what? We're all the same size in a wheelchair, and to be able to have fun with your colleagues and to be able to laugh together as politicians, it's something that Canadians don't normally see. So you know what? The Spinal Cord Injury Canada has brought us together, and that's a good thing.
I just want you to know I'm the only woman on the board.
That's it.
Well, I've done the wheelchair on the hill a number of times, and I think it shows you many things. How difficult life can be in a wheelchair, and the little things that matter, whether it's a crack in the concrete, or trying to get up on the sidewalk, or even get into an elevator in the House of Commons. It gives you an understanding of some of the difficulties that people in wheelchairs have. In Spinal Cord Injury Canada, doing this today kind of profiles Spinal Cord Industry Canada in a way that other Canadians see us in wheelchairs talking about the serious issues that surround people with spinal cord injuries, and maybe draw in some public support. The basketball's a fun way to do it. Actually, I've never even played basketball regularly in my life, so I only had my hands on basketball one or two times in my life. So yes, there's some fun here and collegiality with other MPs that you don't always see in the House of Commons, and I think it shows the spirit of all of us who participated across party lines, working together for a common cause.
Shoot the boy!
My office has actually been helping to organize it with Senator Munson's office for the last, I think this is probably the 6th or 7th year, and I've been involved every year, and it's just an annual reminder that there's 86,000 people in Canada who are, have a spinal cord injury of some kind, many of whom are obviously in wheelchairs, and it's just a reminder that, a little 2-inch lip that we take for granted, if you're in a chair, especially going uphill, that can be a major obstacle. You find out that places like Centre Block in Parliament here aren't necessarily wheelchair accessible. Just trying to go to the washroom. The washroom that I typically use, one of the buttons doesn't work. So, so little things that we kind of take for granted that other people have to deal with, and it makes their day very difficult. I mean, by nature, we're kind of competitive, so if you put 5 of us or 6 of us on each side and give us a basketball, we're going to get competitive. And it's a lot of fun, and obviously we've got some extra spectators here today. So, and people ask questions, what do you guys do, and so on, and we say, well, this is what we're doing, and people say, hey, that's cool. Yeah, at least if it makes people think just a little bit. The next time they see something that they think is not accessible, maybe they'll say something to, whoever runs the building or whatever. So every little bit helps.
All right, perfect.
good soccer warrior. Reach out to the left hand.
1, 2.
As an individual with a spinal cord injury, it's great to see people at the federal government level, whether it be senators or members of parliament, spend a day in a wheelchair, experience what it's like, and understand that there's extra challenges that go into a day, whether it's working in your office or getting to a washroom or moving from event to event. But my hope is that they not only see with the physical access side, but if they imagine sort of some of the other things that need reconstructing in society, whether it be home care, whether it be access to hospital, whether it be access to opportunities on the learning front at universities and our school system. So it's great to see that the members of parliament and senators take part to get an understanding of what life's like with a disability, and for them to take part all afternoon and play a little basketball. It was a great event from my perspective. You want people to understand the challenges, but you also want to understand the joy that many disabled people have, and to understand that with different things comes different opportunities to succeed. And people with in wheelchairs or with disabilities are no different than anyone else. We want to live healthy, productive lives and have a little bit of fun too. And you saw that here today with the members of the Parliament and the senators here today.